All right, Corporate, how's it going?
I can't complain. How you feeling?
Pretty good, man. Staying grinding, man. I see you doing your thing.
Blessing.
You got your YouTube cracking, dog. I mean, I was just checking it out, man. 1.83 million subscribers. I mean, one of your skits that you released, about a month ago, already has like over 1 million views.
Yeah. Hard work.
Hard work pays off, man. I see you definitely doing it, man.
Most certainly. Thank you.
We'll start, from the beginning, man, and kind of get to know you a little bit better for the people who watch my channel who might not be as familiar with you. How'd you get into, doing your comedy and everything like that?
Well, I started producing content in an attempt to market my music. I've been rapping for a little minute, so in 2015 I started, doing the little videos to generate some traffic toward what I had going on. So it just kind of took off at some point, and then I just kept pushing it.
How old were you at this time?
Let's see, 2015, 28, 20 something shit. I'm about to be 34 this weekend, so however it math up, fuck yeah. If I started doing it in 2015, so yeah.
Okay. So 2015, and so that's not even that long ago. You know what I'm saying? You came up really quick doing things.
I don't know. It was definitely a process. I know I started producing the content in 2015, but I didn't start gaining notoriety until 2016. So it's like I remember that period of time prior to 2016, and when I was dropping shit, a lot of the times it felt like I was talking to myself. You know what I'm saying? As far as, minimal views and comments, you know what I'm saying, so on and so forth. But I knew what I had, you know what I'm saying, I knew what was meant for me. So motherfuckers just had to keep pushing shit.
Yeah. I hear you, man. What was growing up like for you?
It's crazy as a kid, you don't really realize like how real shit be around you until you get older. You know what I'm saying? During my elementary school years, I was out west, and there was a lot of shit going on around me, like, you know what I'm saying, but I ain't realized that shit. I remember the dope boys on the block, you know what I'm saying, they used to be looking out for us and shit, woo woo. And now that I'm grown up, like I realized what was really happening in certain situations. Like, on certain times they'll be like telling everybody to go in the house. You know what I'm saying? Little did I know that's because it was a possibility that motherfuckers was about to spin the block. You know what I'm saying? And, they out there serving and shit. They had like the little Flaming Hots bags with the little rocks in them and shit, but I ain't know what was going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my childhood was raw as hell as far as like experience and shit, you know what I'm saying? Woo woo, but I had no idea like how dangerous that shit was for real, for real. And shit, and like what was really going on, but it was cool.
Is there any specific situation you can remember from back in those days, growing up?
Two situations for real. I remember this, I was only in 4th grade, and I remember one of my homies, they was like offering me coke. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess they played around with that shit, like, and I'm just like, nah, I'm cool. Woo, like, even being offered like weed at that time, like I was always above the influence. You know what I'm saying? The weed and the liquor ain't really my thing, even now into my adult years. For real, for real. But during my elementary school years, I do remember a situation. Actually, me losing my virginity, for real, for real. Quite the story. I want to say, yep, this was 4th grade too, so I guess it's safe to say my 4th grade years was turned the fuck up. You feel me, Lolo? But I remember it was this fast tail girl. I want to say she was in 5th grade, for real, for real. rather contoured for her age. You feel me? Woo woo. She asked me, she was like, ask your OG, can you have company? Woo woo. I go to my OG, I'm like, mama, can I have company? One of my friends want to help me with my homework. Woo woo. She like, all right, that's cool. She was in her room reading the Bible, trying to get closer to the Lord or whatever. So we come in the crib, we go in my room. I remember the first thing we read this book. It was the Berenstein Bears. I never forget that shit. My father was reading the book or whatever. Woo woo. We wasn't even halfway through the book. She was like, take your clothes off. Now, whole time I remember I had on this jumpsuit with the straps over the shoulders. I want to say the brand was Oshkosh Gosh. For real, for real. I undo the little straps. Woo woo. Now, whole time I'm oblivious to the plot. You know what I'm saying? Even at this point. So I take them off, whatever, woo out the band. She tell me to lay down. Now I lay down on the bed, you know what I'm saying? Woo woo. She get on top of me. Now she kind of straddling me or whatever. I'm not sure what's to shorty, woo woo, but I'm just participating in her demands. You feel me? So she took one of her titties out. I'll never forget. She took one of her titties out and she put it down in front of my face. She was like, suck it. And I remember I was like, I'm not really thirsty right now. And she was like, boy, suck this titty. You feel me? All right, woo woo. So I participate, you know what I'm saying, woo out the band. She took my mans out, you know what I'm saying, woo woo. I'm like, okay. I'm still oblivious to the plot, but I'm just, you know what I'm saying, going with the flow. She get on top of me or whatever. She moving or whatever. She going with the ocean, the motion in the ocean, you feel me? She providing that current. You feel me? And then she like, I need you to move, go up and down or something. So I'm, you feel me? I'm trying to, you feel me? Woo, woo. Now this whole experience, you feel me? This is new territory. Fuck you, tell you. Okay, like I think I'm liking this woo out the bed. So I couldn't even tell you about how long that lasted. Couldn't have been too long, for real, for real. She got up off me. And I remember my mama had ordered us some pizza. I think the pizza place at that time, I want to say it was Luigi's. Yep, I want to say it was Luigi's. And as we sitting there, you know what I'm saying, we eating the pizza, I'm processing everything in my mind and I'm realizing what just happened. You know what I'm saying? Woo, woo. So I'm just like, okay, I want to do that again. So I asked Shorty, I'm like, man, can we run that back? No. I'm like, oh, okay. And this was 4th grade. And I did not get another piece of action until probably somewhere after my sophomore year in high school. But yeah, that was when I lost my virginity, for real, for real. That might have been me being fake molested, Lolo, because I was so young, but who knows? I mean, we were somewhere in the same age bracket, so maybe it's not considered to be so much, but yeah, I'll never forget that though. Shout out to Shorty, for real, for real. For sure. I got such a large following. I want to say her name, but I know motherfuckers be like, oh, so I'm gonna chill. But if you watching this interview, you know who you is. And I'm looking at you. You was a little nasty little girl at that time with my kids. And I know you probably got at least 3 offspring. But I hope everything going well with you and yours. For sure.
Okay. This was in elementary school. What was your family life like growing up?
I'm the oldest out of 9. You know what I'm saying?
Big family.
Big family, yep. 1 little brother, 7 sisters. It was always packed. For real, for real. My mama, you know what I'm saying? She was a hard worker. That's my, you know what I'm saying? Woo, woo. She eventually married my stepfather that came around once I was 2. You know what I'm saying? He was always a hard worker. And, you know what I'm saying, really showed me what it was like to be a man, you know what I'm saying, woo, woo. So I've always had experience with children. So, you know, me being a grown man now and having 3 daughters, you know what I'm saying, is, you know, is something I'm definitely experienced in, for real, for real. So, yeah, family life was pretty cool. You know, me and all my siblings is still close. My my sibling right up under me, she passed like 3 years ago from natural causes. You know what I'm saying? So definitely rest in peace to Nikki. But, you know, me and all my remaining siblings, we close and we keep in touch. I'm the only one that's in Chicago, though. Everybody else is, you know what I'm saying, they moved down south. My mama relocated down south in '05. She pretty much got tired of the cost of living here and so on and so forth. So I stayed here. But, you know, I travel to see my OG. Sometimes she slide on me. And I slide out there to see my siblings. Like, everything all good.
And growing up, what was high school like for you?
High school was definitely an experience that helped to mold me and helped me to find myself. Freshman and sophomore year, I was a complete fucking cornball. Talking too much, too concerned about having friends and motherfuckers being cool with me. Woo woo. I calmed down my junior and senior year, you know what I'm saying, got a little more mellow. Was still somewhat of a class clown, but not so much, but, you know, woo woo. But those were the years where I started to kind of, you know, come into my natural self. And then once I got into college, that's when I started finding out the keys to life. So, yeah, shit like that.
Do you have any wild stories from high school?
High school, you know, freshman and sophomore year, I wouldn't say it was so much wild. It was just me just being a complete class clown. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I was so much of a class clown that I think motherfuckers thought I was slow. And that was confirmed when I caught up with somebody I went to high school with like years after I graduated. And I was just having casual conversation with her, and she was surprised at how intellectual I was. And she was like, I would have never thought you was that smart for real because of how you was in high school. Like, I was just tweaking. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just doing the most. I remember this one teacher, I think his name was Mr. Lynch. I was just doing the most. I stayed getting put out of class, and I remember I was sitting at my desk, quiet for a change, doing my work. And he came over. He was like, Mr. Price, you don't think you could arrange your papers on your desk any better than that? And I just looked up like, what, do I look like a fucking file cabinet to you? Like, just being unnecessary. Get out, get out, get out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Woo, like I was just doing too much. For real, for real. Wearing my dad clothes, trying to be cool. They was big as hell, but, you know, I was just trying to, you know, get recognition, and still wasn't getting recognition. I wasn't pulling no hoes at all. But you know what I'm saying, you live and you grow.
You're growing up in Chicago, man. Chicago has a rough reputation. You know, it's known for its violence. How did you avoid the streets and getting involved in all that?
I think the same way that a lot of people in Chicago avoid it. You know what I'm saying? You adapt to your environment, you learn, and you know, come up with successful strategies on how to move. You know what I'm saying? How to operate, you know what I'm saying? So on and so forth. So, you know what I'm saying? Just being smart about shit, woo woo. And then I definitely got to give a lot of credit to God's grace, because it's a lot of goofy decisions that I made in the past that could have, you know what I'm saying, possibly put me 6 feet under. But, you know what I'm saying, I was able to come up from under it. So, you know, one day at a time, back then and even now.
Have you ever worked a regular job?
Absolutely. I've always been a worker whole time. Shit, I worked so many jobs that whenever I went to go apply for a new job, I had to take some of the jobs off that I had before so that it wouldn't appear to my new employer that I wasn't stable. You know what I'm saying? But my last position was with the post office. I resigned from there in 2017. I've been working for myself ever since.
You ever get fired from any of your jobs?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I wasn't never a bad worker. It might have been for attendance or, you know what I'm saying, just some goofy shit. Or I had to relocate or some shit like that. But I've always been a good worker for real. Even now that I work for myself, and, you know, now that I am the company and You know, when you work in a regular job, it's only so many hours you could work. Now there's no cap to how many hours I could work. So I don't even really get much sleep for real. I'm putting up as much overtime for myself as possible. I got mouths to feed.
What'd you do after high school?
I went to Central State for a couple years. After my sophomore year at Central State, I had my oldest baby, Brazil Marie. She be in a lot of my videos. Shout out to my oldest baby. And then I ain't never go back. I think I did a semester or so at Chicago State, and then I did some online classes. And then I didn't continue the online classes because my videos started taking off. So then I just kind of focused on that and went from there. But at some point, I do want to take the time to go back and get my degree. I would like to do that, so I am going to do that at some point.
At what point did you start doing like comedy and skits and rapping and everything?
The rapping goes as far back as to my junior year in high school, when I first started doing spoken word. So I've been, you know, putting words together for quite some time. And it just kind of evolved into rap over the years. I want to say 2008 is when I really started like really aspiring to really rap for real, for real. As far as the comedic content, that's 2015.
What made you go into comedy?
As an attempt to market my music. I was researching on how to generate traffic for my music. And I remember I was scrolling through Facebook, and there were certain artist pages that was on Facebook. For example, 3 of them would be P. Diddy's page, Waka Flocka's page, and Chris Brown's page. And I noticed that in the meantime, between time, when they weren't dropping content that was directly related to their music, they were dropping funny and entertaining content from around the internet to help keep that traffic up. So then I thought about it like, damn, what if that entertaining and funny content was myself? So it's me pulling the people in for me. And then when I drop my music, you know what I'm saying, it's giving it more of a chance to spread and be appreciated. Because the people that I'm bringing to my page are already there for me for one reason or another, which would have been the difference from those pages that I just mentioned, because those pages were generating traffic and bringing in a lot of people that may be there for more entertaining content. And when they decided to drop content that's directly associated with their brand, those people had the decision of whether they would stay for that or if they would leave because it's not what they originally came for. So I feel like it just gives me a better chance of gaining new fans because they're there for me for one reason or another. And most likely they'll stay. They'll just choose to just fuck with the funny content. Or they'll stay because they fuck with the funny content and because they fuck with the music as well. Or they're gonna fuck with the music because they fuck with me so much because the funny shit was so entertaining or relatable to them. So it just kind of made sense to me, and I just kind of went from there.
And now you're best known for your Black Chicago Be Like skits.
Yes.
Is that right? I mean, these things are, you know, one of them I'm looking at right now got like 10 million views.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these things are really popular, man. How'd you come up with the concept and the idea and everything for it?
It came from me spending some time in South Carolina, and you know, I gained a lot of good friends down there, and one of my friends in particular is named Holla. Definitely shout out to Holla down there in Florence, South Carolina. And he'd be like, I'm just talking how I talk. And he'd be like, Korporate, what the are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? I got that a lot. And it just helped me to realize, like, damn, like Chicago, we really got our own lexicon. Like, you feel me? Like, we got our own, like, indigenous language. So then I decided to turn that into a concept where I'm just having a conversation, like, you know what I'm saying? It started off as Chicago niggas be like. And I used that hashtag up until I want to say part 20. And I changed it to Black Chicago be like as an attempt to make the hashtag more marketable. Because of course, Chicago niggas, the N-word, that's, you know, woo woo. So when I decided to implement the word black, that's not in regard to ethnicity, but more so black as in the other side of Chicago, the side opposite of downtown or Millennium Park or up north, but you know, like the black market, just the other side. So I was giving insight into that for sure.
Okay, and where'd you come up with the concepts for a lot of these?
You know, different situations that I might have experienced, or, you know, some of my family or friends, you know, because relatable content, whether it's videos, music, anything, that's what's going to hit the hardest. So I just took a lot of the things that I may have observed or experienced and just put them into, you know, video form.
Gotcha. You mentioned you use the comedy as a way of drawing attention to your music. What all music stuff are you working on to try to keep things going?
Well, I drop freestyles, you know what I'm saying, every so often. I know my new single, Having Shit, is releasing on the 26th, this Friday, you know what I'm saying, a decent little club joint. Something like an anthem for motherfuckers that's having it and got it out the mud, you know what I'm saying, type shit. So, got a show in LA coming up, so, you know, I try to balance out, you know what I'm saying, the entertainment and the music, you know what I'm saying, to the best of my ability. So, but my true passion definitely with the music though.
I think you mentioned you got a show in LA.
On God.
How many shows have you been booking? Have you booking a lot of shows lately?
Coming up out of COVID, they starting to pick up, you know what I'm saying. I done had several lately, but you know, it's kind of hard having those physical events with different COVID restrictions, and motherfuckers got to show vax cards and them COVID tests within 48 hours and all that. So, you know, motherfuckers trying to work around all that.
Yeah, I hear that, man. It's definitely that COVID messed everybody's money up.
For sure.
And what other shows do you have coming up? Do you have any? That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? You're getting booked over here, way over here in LA, man. That's what's up.
A blessing, for sure, for sure. It's the Roll Up Fest.
Oh, okay. The Roll Up Fest. That who's all gonna be on the show?
I'm headlining with I believe it's OT Genesis, Tory Lanez. I think Shy Glizzy on the ticket too. It's a lot of different other artists they got on the bill too, doing their thing. So yeah, motherfuckers gonna be in there.
Dope. That's what's up, man. We were talking about college, I think, a little bit.
On God.
And you dropped out of college?
Well, after my oldest baby was born, I ain't never go back. And then I was doing online classes, but then my content started taking off, so I kind of put that on the back burner. But I do plan on, you know what I'm saying, going back to finish my degree program though, for sure.
What was the first video that took off for you?
The first video that took off for me was with me and my oldest baby, Brazil. It was like probably a 20-something second video called Strap Up. And basically, I got in the car and I told her to put her seatbelt on, and then she asked me why, and I said so you could be safe. Now strap up. And then she was like, you don't strap up. And as I'm putting on my seatbelt, I'm like, yes, I do. And then she was like, how was I born then? And that shit just took off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Real simple but effective.
Okay, and you know, you've been filming the skits and everything, Black Chicago Be Like, for quite a few years now. Is there any like wild stories from those times that you could share shooting those skits?
I know the craziest one is when I shot a video with Lil Mouse. I had Lil Mouse in the video, and then we was caught in crossfire and he got shot and shit. But
can you take me through it?
well, we was out there And we had been out there for a little minute. And we was on the last scene. And right before we started recording it, all I hear is shots. Fuck, 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 fuck. Now, whole time, the fuck is going on? Woo, I'm hearing them. They close as hell. They shooting through the lead. Okay, so motherfuckers hit the deck. I'm behind this little van or whatever. The shot stopped. I remember I get up, I'm checking myself. You feel me? I'm about doing the Macarena at this point. You hear me? Like making sure motherfuckers ain't. You feel me? And I get up, everything Gucci, but then all I hear, I'm hit. Whole time it was Mouse. I look down, there's blood gushing out his leg. I'm just like, never. Now, whole time, I'm still working at the post office this time. I had to take off work and everything. I went to the hospital. I wanted to make sure he was straight, woo. That's when I got acquainted with his family and shit. Shout out to his brother, Shada. You know what I'm saying, woo. He had to undergo surgery and everything. Shout out to his OG and his pops, too. He had to undergo surgery and everything, but he came out on top of it. His two cousins, they got hit in some form of fashion too. But you know what I'm saying, it wasn't as bad. I think one got grazed and another one got hit too, if I remember correctly. But yeah, that shit was crazy as hell.
Man, how close were you to getting hit?
I don't know. I just know they was zipping through the trees. Like, you know what I'm saying? I remember that, but I didn't get grazed or nothing by the grace of God, for real. Like the way the shots was coming out on the low, I think to myself sometimes, I used to think to myself sometimes, like, I wonder if they was at the opposite corner blowing like, don't hit corporate type shit. Cause them bitches was flying. You know what I'm saying? So however it played out, I'm thankful for sure. However that happened, I'm thankful.
How many shots do you think were let off?
10, 15, it had to be like, them motherfuckers was going off. It had to be more than 10, 15 shots. Like, they was letting them bitches off. It probably was like 10 for real, because I remember, like, thinking in my head, like, whoever was shooting, they had precision. Because whether it was a direct gunshot or it was a graze, they hit who they wanted to hit and only hit them. So I don't even think it was more than 10 shots.
How did Mouse do? I mean, like, he made a full recovery and everything?
Absolutely, yeah. He Gucci. We still keep in touch to this day. Shout out to Mouse.
Man, that's a close call, man.
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
Too.
And that was why shooting the skit. It's been other close calls outside of shooting the skits, but you know, that type of shit just happened from time to time.
Yeah. Is there anything else you can speak on?
Regarding that situation?
No. Regarding other situations you mentioned.
It's crazy. Shout out to my homie Memo600. We was about to slide in this little mansion party. Shout out to the Pope. He was throwing a little mansion party, and I seen him. I'm like, man, what's good with you, bro? Woo, we dapped up. Woo. It was all cool. He pimped off. Motherfuckers got the blowing like, I want to say like 12 seconds later. Like it was just that serious. And now that time, I feel like motherfuckers had a 30 or something. Them bitches was going off. Like them bitches was going off. And then I get up. I'm looking around, motherfuckers running this shit. I see Memo off in the distance. He running to the car, woo. Blood just all down the side of his shirt. I'm just like, damn. Like, you know what I'm saying, woo. But of course, he made a, you know what I'm saying, speedy recovery as well. Definitely shout out to Memo. But yeah, shit just be happening.
Man, that's pretty close call also, man.
For sure.
And I mean, you know, we've all seen Memo, so I know he made a full recovery and everything, but man, did you see him take off after that? Did he, you know, I assume he went to the hospital and everything?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he went to the hospital. I know eventually he posted on his story that he was in the hospital, but shit, everybody was trying to get up out of there. So shit, I followed suit. Fuck yeah. It was me and my homie Big Twine. Shout out to Big Twine. Yep, we got up out of there.
Going through these type of situations in Chicago, were both of these times in Chicago, I take it?
Yeah.
Man, I mean, these aren't even things, that are, directly involving you or people even really wanting to hurt you. It's just you being around people that other people want to hurt, man.
Yeah.
Has it made you want to move different or anything, or?
I don't really pop out like that for real if it ain't no real purpose for it. You know what I'm saying? I don't really do too much of that for real. I know when I was younger, like I used to be, man, I'm trying to be outside. Wherever it's cracking at, you know what I'm saying? Woo, but that shit over with, boy. I'm put up with my kids. Or if I do gotta be where it's cracking at, motherfuckers moving the right way, shit. But you can move the right way and motherfuckers will still pop your ass, so I just gotta have that faith in God that I got that cloak of protection over me. So, yeah.
I mean, that was just a mansion party. So that, obviously it was in a good area and everything. That wasn't even like no hood party.
Yeah.
Or something like that happened.
For sure.
So, I mean, man, you gotta be really careful, even in the good areas.
No question, shit. There's been quite a few instances where it was a little situation I could have slid to and I opted not to. And then found out motherfuckers got the blowing, so I can't be nothing but grateful.
Man, does that make shooting your skits a little harder?
Nah, because at the end of the day, I done found myself in a position of being a voice for the inner city, the trenches. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these is Black Chicago be like, not Black Kankakee be like, not Black Homewood be like, not Black Hazelcrest be, these Black Chicago be like. So I gotta be where, you know what I'm saying, shit can happen at. So I'm still out there for real. Like I move where, you know what I'm saying, I'm needed at. That's what I'm speaking for, so that's where I'm at.
I've noticed that you've dyed your hair.
On God. Facts.
What's the reaction been from people after you've dyed your hair?
You know, a lot of the opinions only come from niggas for real. Weird ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you break it down, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you think about what type of motherfucker you gotta be to even speak on somebody else shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when shit ain't all good on your side of the town, you feel me? Like, of course you gonna be trying to point out this and that with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And 92%, possibly 98% of the niggas that got something to say about my hair, they don't get no hoes. They not pulling no hoes. They not fucking with no bitches. So it don't even matter. Like, I'm cool. I dyed my hair pink and purple. Purple is a color that's associated with royalty, and pink is for my daughters. Fuck them. Everybody, anything that anybody else got to say, fuck them, fuck them, fuck them. I'm cool, I'm decent, I'm good.
Was there any particular reason why you dyed your hair?
I definitely wanted to, you know what I'm saying, do a new look, you know what I'm saying, vibrant colors and shit. That's definitely good for marketing. But of course I wanted to have, like, you know, a meaning behind it. So when I chose the colors, you know what I'm saying, I'm royalty. My children are royalty. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, purple for the royalty, pink for my girls, because my world revolves around them. I'm doing this for them. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm making sure to put them in a position to be able to provide for themselves and their families when they get older. Generational wealth. So all that other rah-rah and all this other goofy shit motherfuckers talking about, I ain't in, you feel paying it no man. I'm doing how I'm doing, moving how I'm moving.
I think a lot of people believe you're a comedian, or they see you as a comedian.
Yeah.
But you don't really agree with that.
At all. I don't even like the word comedian being associated with my name. I'm just a motherfucker that I know how to screenwrite, and I know how to act. I know how to, you know what I'm saying, develop content that's entertaining and effective. You know what I'm saying? But far from a comedian. Definitely shout out to all the real comedians out there that do stand up and all that. You know, stand up and shit, that's a whole monster that I'm not familiar with. You know what I'm saying? That's a skill set that I'm not interested in, you know what I'm saying, getting into. But shout out to everybody that do it though.
So you would consider yourself more of an actor / rapper?
For sure.
Okay, and you work with a lot of rappers
On God.
on features, or do you just do it with your skits?
I've worked with some rappers as far as like some voiceover work. I've done some features as well. Had some and some videos and shit. So yeah.
Okay. You mentioned you got music dropping. Is there anybody you've worked with that you can mention on any of your stuff that you're dropping?
I got a song with my homie Joel Q. Shout out to Joel Q. It's called Black Goddess. I'm looking to drop that during February. I actually got some unreleased music with my homie King Louie. Definitely shout out to my homie King Louie. That's gonna be coming at some point. Me and D Brooks, we real locked in. We got a lot of music. Shout out to D Brooks exclusive. We definitely get busy. We the motherfucking Splash Brothers for real. He produced my most recent shit too. So and the single that's coming after that. So we definitely get busy. So yeah, as far as the music, from what I could recall, yeah, I done shout out to Mario on the beat. I done definitely got some work in with him. Shout out to Pete Flaws. I've got some work in with him as well and some upcoming work. And Mario on the beat brother too, Fat Man Beats. We didn't got it in too. So yeah, I be moving around. Oh, Chase Davis too. Shout out to Chase Davis. He produced my joint Basquiat. I'm gonna release that at some point as well. So definitely shout out to Chase Davis.
Oh, you got a scar on your forehead.
On God.
How'd that happen?
I was taking a shower. I started footworking. I don't know what was on my spirit at the time, but I started footworking and I slipped. Head hit the sink. Boom. Damn. I stand up, I grab my head on. I let it go. That shit dripping on the floor. My girlfriend at the time, help! Boy, I thought I was about to die, boy. She had to rush in there and tend to my wound. She wouldn't even let me go to sleep the whole time. Cause she was worried a nigga wouldn't wake up. But, you know, eventually I healed. And I was able to, you know what I'm saying, proceed forth. Ooh.
Yeah, because that can be dangerous. You know, you can't go to sleep after you get hit on the head.
For sure.
You can go into a coma.
Definitely got to invest in those shower mats. Got to get that shower mat.
You got yourself some shower mats after that, huh?
For sure. I keep them in stock. Fast now.
Yeah, I bet, man. Damn. Well, that's good. Glad everything's all right with you.
Blessings.
Did you know ZackTV?
Yes, a good friend of mine. We actually graduated the same year from Corliss. Good friend of mine.
High school together. You guys went to high school?
Mm-hmm.
No way. Wow, that was cool. What was Zach like?
Man, he was super popular. Everybody fucked with him. He was just full of personality. I didn't know him when I was in high school, but I know he had a love for sneakers and a love for money. He was a hustler, for real, for real. Like, he was just funny as hell. He was always funny as hell. Everybody was just drawn to him. I remember walking past him in the hallways, and he just casually walked through the hallways, wiping sweat off of his brow with money. Like, that nigga was funny as hell, but he always used to get to it, for real, for real. His sneaker game was always crazy. Good dude.
When did Zach start doing the interviews? At what point? Do you remember?
I don't remember the exact year, but I know he was doing a lot of traveling. He definitely built that shit from the ground up, like, and you know, garnered millions of views. And the notoriety came, like, and he was just hailed as the hood CNN, you know what I'm saying? And he did some incredible shit. Like, even after the Kanika incident, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Kanika Jenkins. The people that was in that hotel room, he got them on camera first. Like he was doing shit that the news outlets couldn't do. And then one of the things that I always found amazing is when beef would take place and he was able to interview both sides. That type of shit is unheard of. You know what I'm saying? And not have any like tension from either side. Both of them was willing to tell a story. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he was able to really put out that journalistic energy for the trenches. Like he was raw as hell. Definitely shout out to ZackTV.
Yeah, shout out to ZackTV, man. Rest in peace. You know, he's definitely an inspiration, and I definitely watched a lot of his content. Loved what he did.
Even as soon as you said his name, I just got sick to my stomach. You know what I'm saying? Like I just hate that happened to him, for real. He was a real good guy. He worked hard. I know I had a school tour in Chicago called the Whole Time Shot Tour, and he used to come with me sometimes to speak with the students. He was actually supposed to come to a school with me. I believe it was an all-girls alternative school, Simpson, I want to say. He was supposed to come there with me whole time. And I used to always go to the Cook County Juvenile Center to speak with the youth there. You know what I'm saying? And he would slide with me. So hurt the hide for sure. Still hurt and to this day.
Do you have a favorite memory with him?
Man, I did a ZackTV interview with him, and he just so fucking funny. Like I remember he told me to tell him about my struggles, and I was telling him about how, like, I remember one winter where we went the whole winter. I was staying with my pops. Went the whole winter without no hot water, so I had to kind of get acclimated to cold water. And like using that shit, and the heat was off too, so motherfuckers couldn't heat up. Like the shit was just crazy. And I remember he was asking like, okay, cool. So like, did you have to take a shower with a coat on, or like, you know what I'm saying? He was just, and I remember even in the interview, motherfuckers just started dying laughing. Like he was like, no. That was his thing. Like no. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit hurt the hide, G. I'm sick to my stomach, but. Definitely, man. Rest in peace to Zach for sure.
Yeah, rest in peace, Zach, man. Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, now, I've seen in the past, it can be kind of difficult for somebody who is in like a skit lane, an acting lane, to actually make that transition to a rapper. It seems like it's pretty hard that once you're boxed in that category, that you got to really put in that work to get over there to that hip hop rap, famous, where people are really fucking with your music, man. And it could be really hard, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of competition, especially coming out of Chicago. Chicago is definitely on fire right now. You know what I'm saying? You got some of the hottest rappers in the game.
Yeah.
How do you plan to make that transition?
Consistency, for real. I'm aware that, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people are familiar with me from the content. So whenever I rap for real. Like, you know what I'm saying, I rap with a certain level of like expertise. You know what I'm saying, that can't be denied. So it's just like I just got to keep pushing forward with that and staying consistent until motherfuckers like realize what the fuck going on,
Do you feel like you're already as good as some of the best rappers in Chicago?
No question, shit, if not better.
Okay, if not better. So track for track, man, is there anybody out there that you want to get on a track with, that you want to see who can do better, or, you know what I'm saying, who has the best verse?
I mean, I'm a competitive motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? My competitive nature is what has allowed me to accomplish so much thus far. You know what I'm saying? Even in the content world, a lot of my homies that do the shit, you know what I'm saying? Like they my homies, and they know that I love them, but they also know that they fool. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's the same shit with the rap. Like anybody that I get on the track with, like I'm rapping, aiming to smoke they boots. You feel me? So like, even with, you know what I'm saying, my homie Chance, like that's my homie, but I'm smoking shit. Fuck hell. I ain't gonna play around with nobody. Nobody. Bump J, that's my homie. And it's crazy. Once he got out of jail, he reached out to me. He was like, man, I'm really fucking with you. Woo woo. Like we actually supposed to be getting some shit done. I smoke his motherfucking boots too. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like Fat Money, I'm a big fan of Fat Money. Shout out to Top Money. Like I smoke his motherfucking boots too. He know what the fuck going on. Herb, like I've been a fan of Herb for a minute. You know what I'm saying? As far as even seeing his growth. Like, you know what I'm saying? I remember when I first listened to Humble Beast, I felt like the growth of him, his thought process and the shit he had to say, so on and so forth. I felt like that shit went to a whole nother level. I smoke his ass too. Like, I ain't playing around with nobody. Nobody on this rap shit whatsoever. But you know, one day at a time.
That's what's up, man. I see you, man. You know, you definitely make good music. I like what you got going on musically, man. And, you know, I definitely can see it taking off.
Blessings.
Hopefully it works out for you.
For sure.
Well, man, I appreciate you, man. This was a dope interview.
Man, thank you for having me. It's definitely been a pleasure.
Definitely, man. You know, saying you shared some, you know, some dope stories.
Sure.
You know, and I appreciate you, man. And, you know what I'm saying, we'll be in touch.
Most definitely. You be safe and stay dangerous.
You too, man, for sure.
On God.